Appreciate you putting the coffee on. Miku, Chicago's got that morning breeze. But my mind is 6,000 miles away today. Let's look across the Atlantic, down to the southern tip. On the streets of Johannesburg, the armored cars are parked in rows. Underneath the winter sun, a quiet desperation grows. This is preemptive flight, let the truth be clear and plain. Not a government relocation, but a manufactured strain. Vigilante groups have set a Tuesday deadline on the street, while heavy squads of police watch where the paths of anger meet. So families pack the trucks before the morning sun can rise, fleeing from the shadows with hollow scanning eyes. They cross the borderlines before the sunrise starts to gleam, forced to leave their lives behind to save a broken dream. When the foundation is cracked, you look at the flaw, but you never look up at the lock on the door. It's the geometry of anger, the horizontal blame. When the promises of freedom only change the master's name. Yeah, they're fighting for the crumbs at the bottom of the wall, while the towers of the old wealth never shook it all. See, I look at the blueprint, see the way the grid was laid. 30 years since freedom, but the debts are still unpaid. The flag went up, the color of the room was rearranged, but the ownership of resources remained unchanged. The mines are deep and silent, but the wealth still flows upstream, leaving townships in the shadows of a long deferred dream. So when the jobs don't come and the water doesn't flow, the anger needs a target, it needs somewhere to go. It doesn't climb the mountain where the mining barons sit. It turns against a brother who was digging in the pit. A Zimbabwean shopkeeper, a sister from the east, becomes the easy scapegoat for the hunger of the beast. When the foundation is cracked, you look at the flaw, but you never look up at the lock on the door. It's the geometry of anger, the horizontal blame. When the promises of freedom only change the master's name. Yeah, they're fighting for the crumbs at the bottom of the wall, while the towers of the old wealth never shook it all. You cannot build a house on a promise deferred. You cannot feed a child on a beautiful word. The fence is just a symptom of a deeper design. If you keep the people poor, they will draw their own line. They pack the minibus taxis, crossing the Limpopo north, carrying the weight of a continent back and forth, from Zimbabwe and Mozambique, just seeking a way to survive. Now forced to walk backward into the wind just to stay alive. The security forces stand watch, shields catching the sun, but you can't police the hunger when the damage is already done. The borders are just scars on a map that we drew, and when the scarcity bites, the old wounds open new. When the foundation is cracked, you look at the flaw, but you never look up at the lock on the door. It's the geometry of anger, the horizontal blame. When the promises of freedom only change the master's name. Yeah, they're fighting for the crumbs at the bottom of the wall, while the towers of the old wealth never shook it all. The buses roll out before the Tuesday light, another family fading back into the night. The architecture stands, but the weight is still here. Peace to the travelers, Thanks for the coffee, Miku.